Okay, people, I'm in a better mood right now. I got to get that little bit of a rant out of the way. I had to get that thing out in the open. That had to be said. Okay. Well, anyway, this is going to be a video. This is going to be the long video, okay? This is going to be the video talking about fat loss tips. And notice how I said fat loss, not weight loss. I'm gonna talk about that, okay? Because let me tell you something, people. Weight loss does not always mean fat loss. Let me say that again. Weight loss does not always mean fat loss. What I mean by this is this. Weight loss can be anything. Weight loss can be water you have in your system. It can be food you've eaten. It can be just from food that you've eaten over the day. It can be fat. It can be muscle. It can be anything. Hair on your head, anything. You know what I'm saying? So when you lose weight, it doesn't always mean you lose fat weight. You know what I'm saying? You can lose muscle. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk about all that. I'm going to talk about all that. You can lose fat, you can lose water. You know what I'm saying? When you sweat, you lose water. Water perspirates through your skin. You know, when you take a crap in the bathroom, you lose weight through that, just from taking a crap, from excreting waste. You know, so that's another thing too. Okay, so I've written a whole thing of notes here just to let you know, okay? So I'm going to go through all this, okay? So one thing is that you don't want to follow the scale to such a degree, though. What I'm saying is don't weigh yourself every single day, okay? Weigh yourself at most once a week, okay? And use it as an approximate guide, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I say this is because you don't want to weigh yourself every day. Because say if you weigh yourself on Monday or something like that, okay? Say if you weigh 251 pounds, okay? Then 2 days later on Wednesday, you weigh yourself, you're 254. People say, oh my God, I gained weight. I gained 3 pounds, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's not necessarily the case, you know what I'm saying? That can be water that your body can retain, you know what I'm saying? That can be actually water your body's retained from the previous night before, or that can be food you haven't excreted yet, you know what I'm saying? That can be so many different things, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, even despite the fact that you say you're exercising and all that stuff, it's not 3 pounds of fat, you know what I'm saying? So you really can't go by those numbers as a religious guide. You know what I'm saying, just use them like maybe like you would just weigh yourself once a week or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And like I said before, when you lose weight, it can be anything. It can be fat, it can be muscle, it can be just from pissing out water, you know what I'm saying? That you lose weight there. So you're probably asking, how do you lose fat? You know what I'm saying? Probably a lot of people know this, but in able to lose fat, it's a simple thing though. You have to burn more calories than you consume. What I mean by this is that you have to burn off more calories than you actually would consume in a day though. But the thing is that you wanna burn slightly more calories than what you consume though. You don't want to cut your calories too low is what I'm trying to say, okay? The same goes in the case is that if you eat more calories than what you burn off, you gain fat or you gain weight. You know what I'm saying? So really, but at the same time, with the proper training, some people use that to gain muscle. That's not really the case here. That's not what I'm really going to talk about today. So really, but in theory though, you should only reduce your calorie intake for about 500 calories or less than your actual daily calorie burn, you know what I'm saying? And that can vary though. That can actually vary on certain things though, like your age, your height, your weight, you know what I'm saying, how active you are, you know, and things like that though. And also the thing is that you don't want to cut your calories too low. That's one thing you do not want to do. That is a no-no. Thing is that if you're burning off 2,500 calories a day, you're saying, I'm just saying this as an example, okay? But if you're only consuming 1,000 calories a day, you're going to lose fat though. But at the same time, you're going to end up losing your muscle tissue. What you're probably asking is that, what does that mean? Two things, okay? When you lose muscle, okay, your body loses its shape, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to look nearly as good if you lose the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Your muscle gives you your shape. Your muscle gives you your leg shape, your arm shape, your chest, so forth. You know what I'm saying? So, and also what that does is that also that slows down your metabolism as well, because the majority of your metabolism comes from your actual muscle tissue. Muscle tissue is metabolically active while fat tissue is not. You know what I'm saying? They say a pound of muscle burns approximately 50 calories. You know what I'm saying? So know what I'm saying? So you want to preserve as much muscle as you can, which is while I like to say is do weight training. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a big power lifter. You know what I'm saying? Just do some weight training with the machines, like with a Bowflex or something like that, like at a gym or something. You know, do some light weight training, maybe 3 sets of maybe like 12, maybe 10 sets, maybe 10 reps of 3 sets, you know what I'm saying? Three sets of 10, 3 sets of 10 reps, you know what I'm saying? Do something like that, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do barbells or dumbbells, you know what I'm saying? You can just do like just the little weight machines or something like that, you know what I'm saying? There's something to work your muscles and just to get your muscles metabolism moving, you know what I'm saying? The more if you train your muscles, you know what I'm saying, then your metabolism is going to be much higher. And thus, in doing so, this preserves your muscle tissue from losing muscle tissue when you lose the fat, as well as you're going to look better overall. Your body's going to actually overall look better. You know, you're going to feel better. You know what I'm saying? Your body's going to you're going to have a better shape. Your body's going to be in better shape. You know, and also, when you cut your calories too low, this is what happens. Well, you know, the whole low-carb diet, right? Usually when people they go on these low-carb diets, right? Okay, when they go on these low-carb diets, they usually lose the weight really fast, though. But what happens is that they only eat maybe meat sources. They only eat maybe like things like turkey, maybe things like maybe chicken, you know. They don't eat any kind of carbs in their body, you know what I'm saying? Or they maybe eat like maybe very little carbs, you know what I'm saying? And what happens is that your body's going to lose the fat, but at the same time, since you're cutting your calories way too low, your energy expenditure is going to burn your muscle tissue, which therefore does, like I said before, you lose your muscle tissue, therefore your metabolism drops, you know what I'm saying? And that's something you don't want to happen, because if your metabolism drops, that's going to make it's going to make you harder to lose weight in the long run, and that's also going to make you susceptible to gain the fat back when you get off the diet, or if you choose to get off the diet, you know what I'm saying? That's what usually happens. What happens is that usually when these people get off these low carb diets, their calorie expenditure is so low, they were only taking maybe less than 1,000 calories, you know. Then when they get back onto their previous diet they were eating before, they end up gaining the fat back without the muscle. Not good, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a good thing to happen. That is a number one thing that you do not want to happen, because once you gain the fat back, it's going to be even harder yet to lose that fat. You know what I'm saying? So you want to preserve your muscle tissue whenever you can. You know what I'm saying? So that is one thing though. A good guide is that if you're losing muscle, say if you weigh yourself 1 week, you're 251 pounds. Then the next week you're 244 pounds. That's a good sign you're losing muscle. Because if you're losing that amount of weight in that short of time, you're definitely losing muscle, you know what I'm saying? In theory, you should only lose maybe about 1 pound to 2 pounds a week. At most 3. At most at 3. Anything more than 3, you're cutting your calories way too low. You need to up them a little bit. The best way to find out how many calories you actually burn within a day is actually, because there's actually two parts of the equation, okay, that actually makes up your total daily calorie burn, okay. The first part is your actual body's processes. Your body's burning calories just standing here. Your body's burning calories when you're sleeping, because your heart's beating, you're breathing through your lungs, your cells are moving, you know, you're actually staying alive, you know what I'm saying? Your body has an overall expenditure of calories just from being active, you know what I'm saying? You burn calories just from laying in bed, you know what I'm saying? Because your body's still active, you're still alive, you know? And then there's the second part of the equation, which is the actual calories you burn from doing physical work, such as like walking, climbing up stairs, exercises like weight training or aerobic exercise, you know, or riding bikes or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And also when the more muscle mass you have, that increases your actual resting, your bodily function calorie intake, your calorie expenditure, because the more muscle you have allows you to burn more calories, and therefore leaves you less likely to gain fat, you know. That's the reason why you see them bodybuilders, them big huge bodybuilders, they take in 6,000 calories a day. That's about almost 2 to 3 times more than the average man should take in. You know, that's a lot of calories, you know what I'm saying? And they eat like crazy, and they don't gain any fat, you know what I'm saying? Because they have all that muscle to really burn them calories off, you know. And also, your overall daily calorie burn can also depend on your active lifestyle. If you don't exercise that much, your calorie burn is going to be lower. Like if you just sit down and just sit down all day, you don't do any kind of exercise, or if you don't like do any kind of like active work, or if you just do office work, like if you have a desk job or something, versus if you're working in a warehouse or you're working as a mover, you're going to burn more calories then because you're actually up and moving and lifting, or you're working in construction, you know, you're going to actually burn more calories then. But usually on average, this is just on average, this can be effective to you or not to you. You know what I'm saying? Usually, an average man burns about 2,500 calories a day. That's probably around the amount of calories that I probably burn, maybe a little bit less than that. But for a woman, they usually burn about 2,000 calories a day. So, by a generalization guide, you should probably consuming about 2,000 calories a day if you're a man to try to lose weight, or 1,500 calories if you're a woman. That can be depending on age, how much you weigh, how tall you are. That can depend on a lot of different factors. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to post a link on a website that actually shows you. It's a really, really great website that I recommend anybody that's really interested in fat loss to visit this site. It is that good. It's called bodybuilding.com. And this is not about trying to get big or trying to get bulky or trying to get like the Hulk, okay? This site actually has really great articles of fat loss, okay? This site actually has things that actually will tell you how much calories you burn just from resting. You know what I'm saying? It will give you a pretty good approximate, a pretty good guide of how much it is depending on your age, your height, your weight, so forth, you know. So it really is a really great site. And I will provide a link to the articles that have the fat loss diets in them. So definitely check those out if you're really, really wanting to do this. I recommend that to anybody. And also, another thing is that your diet can have another impact on how many calories you burn too. The types of food you eat, and also the frequency of your meals can also have an impact on them. I'm going to talk about that all about that later. But your diet can also have an impact on that as well. Another thing that can really have an effect on your metabolism is water. If you drink more water, cold water particularly, your body will actually burn more calories, because when you're drinking cold water, your body actually has to elevate the temperature of the water and able to actually use it. So your body's actually burning calories when you're actually drinking water. Here, anyway, when you're drinking more water, when you're drinking cold water, your body will actually elevate that cold water to being hot, so your body can actually utilize that. So definitely that. Oh, fuck. Actually, hold on for a second. Sorry about that, people. Somebody wanted something. I just had to go and tell them something. Well, anyway, okay. All right, where was I? Oh yeah, cold water. Okay. When you drink cold water, like cold water, your body will actually use that and actually elevate the temperature of that, so your body will actually burn more calories, just by absorbing water into your system. And plus, water is calorie free unless you're drinking flavored water, which is very, very low in calories, which is like 10 calories per 8 ounces or something, you know. It's very, very low in calories. But definitely drink plenty of water if you're overweight. It's definitely a must. That's definitely a good thing. That's the reason why I drink water. You know what I'm saying? I just drink water to keep myself hydrated. And also, all right, the next thing, another way to really speed up your metabolism is to really keep your fat off of you and to really maintain your weight is do weight training, my friend. And I'm not talking about doing any kind of powerlifting. I'm not talking about being the biggest bodybuilder or the biggest weight trainer in the world. I'm just talking about using these regular simple machines, something that is just, you just want to use just to work your muscles. So something just to really work your muscles, you know what I'm saying? Something to really just to give your muscles a workout, you know what I'm saying? Something to really utilize your muscles, so A, you don't lose muscle tissue, and B, so your muscle will actually help you burn more calories. Okay? And also, by training your muscles, that will actually help you burn more calories, like I said before, and also you can consume more calories without gaining fat. You know what I'm saying? Say if you just want to maintain your body weight, if you're actually doing weightlifting and stuff like that, your body is actually just, you're going to be able to burn more calories, and you can consume more calories that way. And now make you easier to really maintain your body weight once you get down to your maintained weight, or whatever the case is. And also by doing that, when you weight lift, that also burns more fat as well. You know what I'm saying? When you're actually doing your aerobic exercise, when you're running or when you're jogging or when you're doing something like that, you know, you're actually burning more calories that way because, like they say, more muscle burns more fat. You know what I'm saying? So that also can have an impact on that too. So that's the reason why, like, men usually tend to lose weight faster. Not really tend to lose weight, well, tend to lose fat faster than women, because men have more lean muscle tissue than women do. So that's another thing too. And trust me, if you weight lift, you will not become the Hulk. You will not become Batista from WWE, okay? So that is a big myth, okay? And one of the biggest myths in the world, muscle turns into fat. Fat turns into muscle. That is 100% false. That is 100% false, okay? The reason why I say it's 100% false is because they're completely two separate entities, okay? Fat is made from adipose tissue. That is usually comes from when you eat too many calories at once, and then your body will store it as adipose tissue as storage for your body to survival. And that's what fat was made there to use. That's what fat was there to be used by our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Because our ancestors didn't have an arm's reach of food in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors pretty much relied on that stored body fat for days on end, like the caveman days. You know what I'm saying? They relied on that stored body fat for them to survive. You know, and your muscle tissue is made from 75% water and 25% protein. So protein also plays a big part in this too. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit about that later too. Okay. Next thing to implement is something that's really important, is definitely aerobic exercise. Things such as like jogging, swimming, playing any kind of sports like football, basketball, hell, even baseball when you're running to the bases. You know what I'm saying? That's also a really good thing to implement though. You should probably do that for, I say, about 30 minutes to 45 minutes or something like that, anywhere around that. If you're just starting, I would do maybe 15 at first, you know what I'm saying, just to get yourself into gear. I mean, because for me, I know myself, it was hard for me at first. I started just walking, and I did that for maybe like 15 minutes or 20 minutes or something like that. And then eventually I worked my way up. Then eventually I got more active, and then now I can pretty much run for like 45 minutes now if I needed to. So yeah. So aerobic exercise is one good thing though. But if you've been doing this for a while, if you're pretty active, if you just got some little bit of stomach weight or stubborn fat you have to lose or something like that, a really good way to lose some of that excess fat is to actually do your cardio exercise before eating breakfast. What I mean by that is this: when you first wake up in the morning, before eating anything, before you eating any kind of cereal or any kind of carbs, you do your cardio exercise. You go out there and you jog for 30 minutes, or you go out there and you do like your little jog or something like that, or you ride a bike for 30 minutes or something like that. The reason why I say this is because your blood sugar is the lowest at this point at this time, okay? Your blood sugar at its lowest point, okay? Which means is that your body will actually use its stored body fat as its energy, okay? Which means that, like I said before, your body will actually use its stored body fat as energy. And versus that, if you do your cardio exercise, if you do your cardio maybe a couple hours after eating breakfast, your body will use the stored body fat, but it's going to also use the carbs as well. So, but it's also but mostly it's all about calories in versus calories out. You know what I'm saying? Long as if you're burning more calories than you consume at a healthy level, then I think you'll be okay. But that's something to really help you out if you just got some stubborn fat to lose, because that's something I used to do when I was like trying to lose a little bit of my stomach fat that I wanted to lose. I was maybe like 20 pounds overweight. You know what I'm saying? I did that. I kind of implemented that, and I kind of lost the fat easier because your body is actually using the stored body fat. So that is one thing to implement. That's a little good tip that I learned. One of the biggest things. The biggest thing is not just exercise, my friends. No. The biggest thing is your diet. Your diet can make you or break you, whether you like that or not. Let me tell you something. 85% of your results that come from your body comes from your diet. Yes, you can exercise all you want. You can exercise. You can do all the exercise in the freaking world. But if your diet isn't right, or if you're eating really like unhealthy foods, or if you're eating a lot of high calorie foods, and if you're eating just as many, if you're doing like 2 hours of exercise a day, but if you're eating if you're eating a lot of fast foods, if you're drinking a lot of soda, you're not really going to lose weight because you're pretty much putting all those calories back in that you burned off. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? So your diet is very, very important. Your diet is extremely important. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people some people, like some overweight people, you know what I'm saying, they may exercise a lot though, but they never lose the weight. That's probably why, because their diet isn't clean. Probably their diet is probably bad. You know what I'm saying? And your diet, it's like what they say, you are what you eat, and that is the truth. So anyway, so you're probably asking me, Anthony, what should I eat for my diet? Okay, what should I do to start my diet? Okay, if you're just starting this, or if you plan to start this. The first biggest thing I could probably say is that move into your diet gradually. What I mean by this is this. Don't start your diet all at once, okay? Start your diet over time, okay? Like, say if you're drinking sodas or something like that. Say if you're drinking a lot of sodas, like I was drinking like 8 to 9 canned sodas a day, okay? What you do is that you move into it gradually, okay? Like I stopped drinking sodas over time. I limited myself to soda. I limited my amount of sodas I would get, okay? I limited the amount of sodas I would get. Then I started drinking Gatorade. Then from Gatorade, I started drinking a bit of Gatorade for a little while. Then from there, I went to water. And then now I just drink water right now regularly. I mean, I do drink milk and other stuff, but majority of the day, I'm drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep myself hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're eating lots of junk food, if you're addicted to candies and stuff like that, I mean, gradually limit yourself to the junk food. Limit yourself of how much junk food you eat. You know what I'm saying? Gradually move into your diet. You know what I'm saying? Or eat something healthier. Maybe eat something maybe eat something that's a lower calorie candy bar or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something that is better for you. You know what I'm saying? Something like a substitute. Then eventually move into your diet. Because the reason why I say that is because if you gradually move into your diet, your body you will get used to your diet more. You know what I'm saying? You won't, if you start all at once, you have more of a chance to go back to your older diet. You know what I'm saying? And you pretty much will, chances are, you won't stick with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I say that. That's what I did. I pretty much, what I would do, I used to eat a lot of candies, then I stopped eating like a lot of candy bars. I was eating fast food for a little while, but then over time, I started eating better foods, more healthier foods and stuff like that. So yeah, so definitely move into your diet gradually. That's one big thing I would tell anybody that is starting this. Alright, also, this is another big thing though. A lot of you people that are probably watching this are probably not going to be able to do this. A lot of people are not going to be able to do this, okay? But if you are able to, or if you want something to help your fat loss quite a bit, okay? Especially if you go to work like me, or if you go to work like me, or if you go to school every day, you know what I'm saying, you're in school 8 hours a day, you know what I'm saying, you can't really do this. But if you're in a position that you can actually do this, what I suggest to you is this. You're gonna see, I'm probably gonna sound really crazy when I say this, but I'm gonna say this now. Eat 6 meals a day. What I mean by that is this. Don't eat 6 large meals, okay? What I mean is that instead of eating 3 big meals a day, eat 5 to 6 smaller meals a day in small portions, okay? The reason why I say this is because the more frequently you eat smaller meals, the more calories you're going to burn throughout your day. Because believe it or not, people, your body will actually burn calories more. Your body will actually burn more calories when you're eating more smaller meals. You know what I'm saying? The more frequently you eat, the more calories your body's actually going to burn though. But they have to be in small portions though. And I would say about every 3 to 4 hours apart, I would say eat a small meal or something like that. But a meal can be very small. What I'm saying is that say if you wake up at 7 in the morning, okay? Wake up 7 in the morning, okay? Then the first thing you do is you eat breakfast, okay? For the first meal of the day, you can say you can have maybe a serving of oatmeal or something like that, along with maybe a serving or two of broccoli, along with the side with maybe an egg white or something like that, or maybe 3 or 4 ounces of skinless chicken breast or something like that. There you go. You don't need a big, huge pancakes, hot cakes with sausage, along with 3 slices of bread or something. You don't need something that big. There's something that really gets your energy going. Something really small. I'm saying maybe 300, 400, maybe 300 calories or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something really small. Then maybe the next meal or something like that, you can maybe go at like 10 a.m. or something like that, or 11 a.m. or something like that. Or if you got a job or something, or if you got maybe like some kind of like, or if you get a break at college or something like that, or something of the sort, you know what I'm saying? You can maybe take something small with you, maybe a Slim Fast shake or something like that. Or even some cases, like some bodybuilders, what they use is, I used to do this when I was in weightlifting. I still weightlift from time to time though, but I haven't really been doing it lately. Is this? This is from GNC. This is a whey protein shake, and pretty much this is about 150 calories per serving in this thing. And pretty much you scoop it and you mix it with water, and pretty much you can have your meal right then and there. You know what I'm saying? You can always adjust it. You can always have it, make it 2 servings or something like that. Make it 300. It's about 140 calories per serving of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's something just to keep your metabolism going. And also, when you do this, and say if you eat a protein source every meal or something like that, say if you eat like 4 ounces of chicken or something like that, or 4 ounces of tuna, that will actually keep your metabolism higher yet, because your body will preserve its muscle tissue, because like I said before, your muscle tissue is partly protein as well, so that'll help to stop your muscle from being burned as tissue, as being burned as energy, because that can happen too. Like if you cut your calories too short, or if you don't eat enough protein, your body can actually use your muscle tissue as energy to break down as energy. You know, so, and also by doing this small but frequent meals, your body will actually burn more calories, because like I said before, your body will burn calories from digesting food. And another thing is, the reason why you want to do this, I mean, you don't have to do this, but this is a big thing. This will help fat loss tremendously, is that you don't over-engorge your meals, okay? When you eat 5 to 6 small meals a day with the right portions, you know, you don't over-gorge in certain meals. You don't eat a big, huge meal at breakfast, and then you eat a big, huge, large lunch or something, or you eat a bigger dinner. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing a lot of people make, though. A lot of people they only eat maybe 2 to 3 meals a day. But what they do is that they over-engorge their calories. And what happens is that when you over-engorge your calories or over-consume your calories, your body will store them as body fat, because your body doesn't need that many. That doesn't need the calories. Like if you already have enough carbs in your system or something like that inside your body is going to tell you to store it as body fat, because it doesn't know what to do with it. It doesn't have any use for it right now. It'll just store it as body fat. So that's one reason why you do not want to over engorge in your calories, or overeat. Okay. So it doesn't matter what kind of calories it can be. It can be calories from brown rice, whole wheat bread, vegetables, carrots, meat, anything. Anything you overeat can be stored as body fat. A big thing, a big, huge thing. Never skip your breakfast, ever. The reason why I say this is because a lot of people think that it will help them lose weight if you skip breakfast, okay? The thing is the reason why I say this is this, because if you skip breakfast, that's going to make you starve. You're going to starve yourself to the point that you're going to over-engorge in your later meals, okay? You're going to pretty much be like, by the time that lunch goes around, like say if you wake up at like 6 in the morning or something like that, but if you don't eat lunch till maybe like 1-ish, 12 and 1 in the afternoon, you're going to be starving. Then when it comes time to that lunch break, or even if you don't eat all the way till dinner, you're going to just pig out. And then when that happens, like I said before, when you overconsume your calories, they get stored as body fat. And that is not good if you're trying to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about calories in versus calories out, though, but that's something that will inhibit your fat loss. You know what I'm saying? You want to do something that's going to promote your fat loss, not inhibit it. So definitely, that's one thing I say, that never skip breakfast. Breakfast, like they say, it's like they say, it's the most important meal of the day, and it's the truth. Also, like I said, and also, I may have repeated this before, eat protein sources. What I mean by protein sources is this. Protein sources, lean protein sources, okay? Don't eat something like fried chicken. Don't eat things like a quarter pounder from McDonald's or something like that. Or eat like ground beef on Taco Bell or something like that. Eat something like a lean protein source, like tuna fish or something like that. like skinless chicken breast you can get in a can or something like that, or lean turkey you get from like the deli or something like that at like a Super Fresh or something like that, or Shoppers, you know. Get something like that. In some cases, if it's really lean, you can get red meat, but only if it's really lean and if it's cooked good, or if it's cooked right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get it if it's like fried or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't eat things like fried chicken, hamburgers, because they're all high in calories and they're all high in fat, and they're the kind of fat that your body doesn't want. It's the kind of fat that you don't need. It's a fat that promotes that clogs out your arteries, and it also can cause high cholesterol and cause more causes for heart failure. You know what I'm saying? So that's one big thing also. And also, like I said before, when you fry a food, it adds a lot of calories to it because of the oil. The oil is high in calories too. You know what I'm saying? But in the right portions, certain types of fats are actually good for you, actually. Certain types of fats like this. This is fish oil, actually. I take maybe like 2 of those a day. And I'm saying those are actually good for you because they actually help out your metabolism. You know what I'm saying? Your body will actually speed up your metabolism because of the right. If you have the right fats, it actually helps out your metabolism. You know what I'm saying? It's actually fat your body can actually use. You know what I'm saying? And if it's consumed in the right amounts, such as things as like peanut butter, fish oil, and so forth, you know, your body, it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to over-engorge yourself with those. Alright, next thing is one of the biggest things, the biggest debates or the biggest things about weight loss. Carbs. Okay? This is probably the biggest topic of them all, okay? Carbs. You need carbs, okay? Regardless whether you're losing weight, whether you're maintaining your weight, your body needs carbs, okay? Because your body needs carbs to actually use for its bodily functions, okay? Like I said before, your body needs calories for its bodily functions. But you need to have the right balance of carbs. You know what I'm saying? You need to eat the right kind of carbs at the right amounts. You know what I'm saying? It's all about balance. Balance is the key. Okay. Like with the right kind of carbs, the kind of carbs you really want to shoot for, is definitely whole grain carbs. Things such as oatmeal, whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, brown rice, and etc. You know what I'm saying? And healthy vegetables such as things as broccoli, green beans, carrots, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Go for them healthy carbs in the right portions. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say whole grain carbs over things that are like refined, things like white bread, white rice, pasta, is because there's something called high glycemic foods. And a lot of people are wondering, a lot of people don't know what high glycemic means. It's pretty much there's something called the glycemic index, okay? The glycemic index is a guide that tells you how fast a certain carbohydrate is actually absorbed into your system, okay? The higher the glycemic index, the faster that the carbohydrate gets absorbed into the system, though. The lower the glycemic index, the slower that the carbohydrate gets into the system, and it's slower and it's better absorption, okay? When you have a high glycemic food, such as things as white bread, candy bars, sodas, white rice, that causes something called insulin in your body to spike up or to get really high in your system. What that means is that when your body has a lot of insulin in your body, insulin uses fat tissue, okay? It uses fat tissue to actually operate, okay? And the things is that when your insulin goes up, like spikes through the roof, your body is actually saying, I need more fat, okay? And what that means is that it's actually going to store more body fat rather than trying to burn off the fat, which can really impede your fat loss, okay? You know what I'm saying? So the same kind of calories you're getting from a whole wheat bread, a piece of whole wheat bread, is not the same kind of calories you're getting from like a Crunch bar or something like that, or 2 pieces of whole wheat bread and a Crunch bar, or like brown rice with like a can of soda. You know what I'm saying? It's quality over quantity. Okay, so calories are now calories are created equal. Okay, that's one big guy. That's one big thing though. So definitely I would go for low glycemic foods, things such as certain vegetables, whole grain carbs, like I said, oatmeal, brown rice, whole wheat bread, you know. Okay, so that's one thing though. Alright. Next thing though, also, the whole grain foods also have lots of fiber in them, okay? But that is that if you don't know, fiber helps you go to the bathroom, right? It helps you get your waste product out of your bowels, okay? But that also, the more fiber you eat in your diet, that actually makes you fuller faster. What that means is that you actually get fuller faster, therefore preventing you from overeating in certain times. You know what I'm saying? So if you're feeling full from the fiber, it kind of prevents you from overeating at certain points. You know what I'm saying? So versus you're more likely to get full by eating 2 pieces of whole wheat bread with like a little bit of vegetables and maybe a 4-ounce piece of turkey or something like that, versus if you're eating like 2 candy bars or something like that and maybe like the piece of turkey or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're eating them candy bars, you're still hungry. You know what I'm saying? Your appetite is still there. You know what I'm saying? You're not full. Okay? Also, another good thing to really implement is definitely eat more calories during the day. Eat more calories during the earlier periods of the day, okay? What I mean by that is this. Say if in the for breakfast or something like that, eat things like your 2 slices of whole wheat bread along with like a low calorie serving of vegetable, like a serving of green beans or something like that, or a serving of broccoli or something like that. Because broccoli is only 20 calories per serving, okay? It's very, very low in calories, you know what I'm saying? So you can kind of add that in there, you know what I'm saying, along with that. And it also has plenty of fiber too, and it's good for you. So that can kind of help you out too. But later in the day, lower your carb intake. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your last meal of the day or your later meals of the day, only eat things like maybe like 2 servings of like green beans or something like that, along with maybe 4 ounces of chicken or something like that, or some other kind of meat source. Because the thing is that each one of your meals, you always want to have some kind of meat source. Because like I said before, the more protein you eat more frequently, you know what I'm saying, that'll actually preserve your muscle tissue. And when you preserve your muscle tissue, that's going to keep your metabolism higher. As well as your body's going to actually burn more calories from digesting protein more so than anything. More than carbs, more than fat, more than anything. So yeah. Next big thing, avoid sugars. What I mean by avoid sugars is this. Avoid things that have added sugar in them. Things like sodas, things like hard candies, things like mostly any kind of junk food, fruit snacks, sodas, Jolly Ranchers, any kind of that stuff that has added sugars in them. There are some foods out there that do have sugars in them, such as fruits, milk, vegetables have some sugar in them, such as carrots, corn, sweet corn, you know, but they're natural sugars, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that these natural sugars, your body can actually utilize, you know what I'm saying? Your body can actually utilize these natural sugars, you know what I'm saying? Versus the added sugars that are in the sodas and the sweet stuff and the candy bars, your body cannot. And what happens is that when your body consumes these calories from the sugar, your body cannot utilize these calories. So where does it go? You guessed it. It gets stored as body fat. This is something called empty calories, okay? These calories is something that your body has no use for. Your body's like, what do I do with this? Where do I go? Like, what am I supposed to do with these with this calories? I'm saying, I don't know what to do with them. Same thing with alcohol. When you overconsume amount of alcohol, you see guys with big, huge beer guts. You know what I'm saying? Because your body doesn't have any use for them. And then this out of survival or whatever, your body just stores as body fat. You know what I'm saying? Your body can't use them. Also, another thing is avoid fast foods, you know what I'm saying? Because mostly all fast foods are unhealthy, you know what I'm saying? There are some fast foods out there, depending on certain foods, that are healthier for you, like such as like grilled chicken and stuff, like grilled foods and stuff like that. Some salads can be healthy for you, depending on what you add into it. If you're killing it with salad dressing, it can have as many calories as a big, huge quarter pounder from McDonald's. So eating salads is kind of misleading at certain times, especially if you kill it with salad dressing, or if you kill your foods with mayonnaise, or if you kill your foods with certain condiments or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that can be very misleading. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, there's this one burger that I think they have at Hardee's or something like that. I think it's called like the $6 burger. It's Angus beef. That burger alone has 1,500 calories in it. Just that one burger. Not counting whether if you're eating French fries or if you're drinking soda, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that, like, a lot, and if you ever seen the movie Super Size Me, you know all about it, you know what I'm saying? So, if possible, avoid fast foods. That's one thing. It will save your wallet a bundle of cash. You know, you can just go to the grocery store, make yourself something to eat from like when you go to work or something like that. Brown bag it, you know, or like, you know, it'll save you a bundle of cash. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, it saves me a lot of money. Trust me. Also, also another thing I have to reiterate is portions. Portions are very important because you don't want to over-engorge in your calories. You don't want to overeat. So, like, you don't want to overeat a certain kind of food. You don't want to eat like 3 or 4 servings of brown rice and have like a 4 ounce of like turkey or something like that. You want to balance everything out so you can get benefits from everything. You know what I'm saying? You want to maybe have a serving of brown rice, or maybe a half a serving or serving of brown rice, maybe with a serving or 2 of maybe broccoli, depending on what time of day it is, along with maybe like some tuna fish or something like that, or maybe with an egg white or something like that for breakfast or lunch or whatever the case is. You know, so you want to keep them within the portions. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make big, huge, large meals. You know what I'm saying? So your body doesn't store its body fat. Here's just some additional tips for you, people. One thing is that you should take a multivitamin, because certain things that, since you're on a certain diet, you know, your body lacks certain things. If you don't drink, like say if you're not drinking milk right now because you're on this fat loss diet, a good thing is to get yourself one of these. I take these because sometimes I can't get all the nutrients I can from food, so I definitely take, like, I take 2 of these a day. Definitely I would definitely get one of those. These are pretty good for you too. These fish oil, that's pretty good for you too. It helps you out. It helps your body absorb certain things. It lowers your cholesterol level. You know, that's definitely another good thing. You can get that from CVS, or you can get that from CVS as well. A lot of places sell it. And another thing is that a lot of people probably know this, but definitely avoid eating a lot of carbs late at night, especially like 3 to 4 hours before going to bed. Okay, like if you eat or something like that, say if you eat like your last meal at like 8 o'clock or something like that, and if you go to bed at like 12 or something, you know, eat something very, very small in carbs. Maybe eat something like 4 ounces of like lean turkey or something like that, along with maybe like 2 servings of broccoli or something like that, or maybe 2 servings of green beans. You know what I'm saying? Something that's very, very low in carbs. Something that's to get you full. Something that's to keep your hunger in check. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make like, you don't want to have like 4 slices of bread or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that, because when you do that, chances are them calories will not get burned, and those calories get stored as body fat. Because when you go to sleep or something like that, your body slows down its processes, because it knows it's going to go to rest. You know what I'm saying? So chances are those calories are not going to get burned, and they're going to get stored as body fat, and that's something you don't want. I think that just wraps about the gist of it. Okay. Probably you're all asking. You're probably all boggled. You're probably wondering, Anthony, how do you know all this shit? How do you know all this stuff? I mean, you can say, you've been overweight though, but how do you know all this? Truth is that I've read a lot of this stuff online through, like I said, bodybuilding.com has a lot of great articles on not only just weight training, it also has articles such as fat loss diets. That is very, very helpful. I'll put a link to it on there. Very, very, very helpful. I recommend anyone that is interested in losing fat to check that out. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I also, just from things I've read up on the internet, also I have a friend that's a personal trainer. I've talked to him about certain things. He kind of helped me out with my training regimen along with my diet, you know. So I kind of learned certain things from them, you know. So over time, I really got experience with it. You know what I'm saying? I've been pretty much kind of following this thing for about the last 3.5 years now. I mean, granted, I haven't really been weightlifting that much lately, but I still do kind of do some exercise on the side. I still kind of run. I kind of run in the morning at certain points sometimes. If I wake up at like 3 in the morning or something like that, I'll go and just jog for like 30 minutes, and I'll come back, and maybe I'll eat breakfast before I go to work or something like that, you know. I might get back into weightlifting maybe soon or something like that, because I think I'm starting to lose a little bit of muscle, especially in my upper body. My upper body's getting really, really skinny now. But definitely, that is definitely some things that, I know this was a lot of information. This was a lot of information. So what I might do is I'm actually going to post a document file, a DOC file, a link to this video possibly. and then have it just pretty much have a big, huge thing of pretty much everything I basically said. A lot of the stuff, like mostly everything of it. You know what I'm saying? Just in case if you miss anything, okay? So definitely, I appreciate you if anyone, if people that are watching this, if I inspire people, that's a great thing. I mean, my doctor that I go to, like, that I see my doctor, tells me I should write a book. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I might do that. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet. I can't really do that right now in my current job situation, but definitely, so any of y'all that's interested in losing fat and getting more in shape and feeling better about yourself, it is a tremendous deal. You know what I'm saying? I know now, since I lost weight, I feel 20 times better. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, if I was still overweight at this time, I probably wouldn't be making YouTube videos, to be honest, because I probably wouldn't have the confidence to get up on here and actually talk to people. So definitely losing weight makes a big impact on people. So yeah, so this is Anthony. Next video is going to be your old foul Jedite is going to come back from the abyss. He's definitely going to come back with his eccentric nature. So definitely, I'm gonna be doing a review possibly soon. Working on a review. I'm stopped doing a little bit of Q&As for a little while just to work on certain things. So this is Anthony. Keep the faith and God bless America.